Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Third Wave Trades. All right, Tesla looks like it's making a push. As you guys know, we destroyed Q2 estimated deliveries, gapped up huge, a little bit of pullback at towards the end of the pre-market there, and now we look like we may be pushing higher. This is the current count that I have right now. I think we're looking at a five-wave move here. May have to change this count that I have currently. Uh, Last week we were basically looking at this as the beginning of a first wave move and as a 1-2-1-2 setup. So we're looking to complete a fifth wave and then get a pullback. Now the fifth wave is really extended, so it's making me think that this count has to be redone. So I'm kind of just gonna watch the price action for a little bit, see how it plays out uh, next hour or so, and then see if I have to revamp it. Usually when you gap up hard like this, that's usually the middle of your move right there. That's usually your third wave in a more impulsive move. So may have to rework this whole count here. But in the bigger picture, I'm still liking this count. This is the bigger picture right here. This is the 4 hourly on the left hand side. You guys can see right now I'm expecting a first wave move to finish, and then a slight pullback retracement before we start the major third wave move and this larger degree fifth wave. This is also a key resistance, guys. This is like where we got rejected the first time. All right, looks like we're breaking through it. We're pushing through it right now, but this was a key resistance for us the first time when we got rejected over here, where we had that big pullback back down to fill the gap around 239. So it looks like after that initial test, now we've tested it once, twice, three times. We're pushing through it right now. Over here on the 5 minute chart, the RSI is not too bad. You know, we're only at around just under 70, so plenty of room to push. Over here on the 4 hourly, also the RSI is not too overbought, so definitely a lot of room to run today. See if we start to get some short covering. Obviously tomorrow we're off, so shorts don't want to be in this play anymore. They might just start covering that, which can cause some more FOMO and becomes an endless cycle. So let's see how high we're getting the push right now. Got 2.5 minutes left in this candle, and volume is looking really good right now. And I may have to change this count, even the macro count. Right now, we just want to see how high we can push. So like on the larger scale now, we're looking at a slight minor resistance around 290, and then a major resistance around 313, 314. So let's see how if we can push to 290 today. I think it's definitely very possible. Then we'll see how we react once we get there. All right, about a minute left in the candle. Volume, as you guys can see, is picking up a lot. We're above our 5 and our 9 EMAs. RSI is not too bad right now. 281, almost about to hit 282. Good morning, Sunny. Glad you're on. How you doing? How was your weekend? We got some really good news with Tesla. 282 and pushing. What's up, Kasim? How you doing? Let's go. Tesla's pushing. I mean, I was expecting a beat on the deliveries, but I don't think anybody was expecting 466. So definitely going to be some shorts covering here. Great. Planning for some scalping today. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, just keep in mind today's a short day. So I think we end at, what is it, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, 466 through a lot of people. I think the highest estimate was like 455. Um, and that was like maybe like one analyst. Everybody was expecting like around 445, 450. 466 definitely came and just threw everybody off. Like, I mean, just based off of the wave count, I was expecting the price to go up. I was expecting a big move to come, but not like that. And I was actually expecting a slight pullback retracement before we moved higher. So we just got rid of like three minor resistances overnight. All right, 283 in sight. Do we expect 290 within today? I think it's definitely possible. I mean, it is a shortened day, but still, it is possible. I wouldn't bet everything on it, but the way that this is pushing right now, you got to keep in mind that there may be some profit taking at some point, and RSI is gonna have to pull off, so we pull back a little bit. But um, but yeah, I think 290 is definitely possible. Like I said, like tomorrow being a holiday, market being closed, and the uncertainty there for shorts, some of them may want to cover, which could lead to higher prices, and then you get FOMO, people who aren't in the play at all, who just want to get in now that now that you have Tesla performing so well, and you may start getting like price target upgrades at this point. So there's a lot of things that can really factor into uh, Tesla pushing today, and then obviously for the rest of the week. Well, I mean, hey, you're close to your target right now, Sonny, because we're at 283.70, about to hit 284. Really strong price action. About 2.5 minutes left in this candle. So on a short-term scale, as long as you're above your 5 EMA, you're good, and you should keep pushing. RSI is at 80. Would love to see the shorts panic gamma squeeze. Yeah, yeah, that would be. This thing would go parabolic. This thing would definitely go parabolic if all the shorts start covering. I think there was some covering on Friday because some shorts wanted to get out of their positions because of the uncertainty about how Tesla was going to do on their deliveries. So if they did, they got lucky. But there's still definitely a lot of shorts. Some even doubled down on Tesla. So once you start seeing these analysts come out, because if you guys remember like last week, they got so many downgrades. Once once we start seeing the upgrades, I think it's really going to take off. Because how do you not give it an upgrade now, right? When I think now the one thing people are waiting on is going to see their margin report, right? Because obviously they lowered their prices, so that could have led to more deliveries. But how does it affect their margins? So I think that report is expected soon too. I'll have to double check on that. Definitely helped with confidence last week. Oh, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I'm glad. I mean, just looking at the technicals, it always increases your confidence in a play, right? If you can, the technicals aren't the entire picture. Like you definitely have to pay attention to fundamentals and stuff too. But from a trader's standpoint, getting in, especially scalping, you have to be on the chart. So if you can use the charts to help guide you, yeah, it will definitely increase your confidence. So I'm glad, man. I'm not gonna lie though, like this huge push over overnight. It's got me a little puzzled now to try to figure out my wave count, if it really changes much or if it doesn't. I mean, I feel like I still have to give you guys a bearish scenario, just so this way, we have the worst case scenario covered, which would probably be like an extended, larger degree fourth wave, where this is A, B, and then we get a C, and we come back down to this level right here before we start to move up. So that would be like the worst case scenario in my view, but I don't think that that's what's going to happen. It's just, you know, always best to know. Yes, I should have stayed in with my 262 from last week. Oh, what's up, JS? Yeah, I remember you had 262 calls. For I think you sold them Thursday, right? Or Friday? Hey man, it's okay. We'll just get back in it. Just get back in it. When you find a nice clean break. I forgot if you were day trading, swing trading, or scalping. There's always more opportunities though. That's the thing that I've learned. As long as you make profit, you're good, and just get into the next play. The market never closes. I mean, long term, the market's always going to be there. So always another play to be made. RSI is holding good around 78, a little overbought, but like I wouldn't be surprised to expect a little bit of pullback over here to come back to our 5 or our 9 EMA. But short term, as long as we're above these EMAs, we're good. We're going to use them as support. Yeah, profit is profit. I mean, that's definitely one thing I've learned. There's been plenty of times where I didn't sell when I was up, and I ended up breaking even or losing out. And it's just something you learn as a trader. You got to be able to take profit, and then once you take profit, the play is play's done, and then you just move on to the next. You find the next play. I've definitely been guilty of that, thinking like, oh, this is it where I got to hit the home run. But a base hit will get you far. Consistent base hits will get you far. I mean, we could definitely take a look also, guys, at other stocks and tickets if you guys want to take a look at something else. But for the most part, I'm going to be focusing on Tesla. I just feel like, it's the biggest play. It's what I've been following the most, even in my videos. And then obviously with the news, um, right now Tesla's obviously the hot commodity. But feel free if you guys want to take a look at some other stuff. I believe Neo, a bunch of the EV stocks actually had pretty good deliveries over the weekend. I think so. It's gonna be interesting to see. Overall, I think tech is up. So Nvidia is around. I'm on my charts now. I'm all over the place with these charts. Nvidia is at 426. Okay, so it's making another push up. AMD is okay. AMD is pushing right now. AMD is at 116. Nice. Mara is up, I believe, as well. A bunch of the mining stocks. Oh wow, Mara's pushing almost $15. I made a video on Mara and Riot and some of the mining stocks because uh, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go on a huge rally soon. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, definitely check it out. Back to Tesla though. I have to try to start figuring out this wave count right now. It kind of throws it off a little bit. There's no reason why this can't be an extended fifth wave move in this whole sequence. Definitely possible. But this is just an extended fifth wave made up of a one, two, three, four, five. And we should get a little bit of pullback. I think that's the best thing to stick to right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a minor retracement. If this is the entire first wave over here on this side. This is our whole first wave move right here. Then we should get a second wave pullback at some point. Hey Yelton, how's it going? I think I missed you on Friday. I'm glad you're back. Hope you had a great weekend. Back to help push Tesla up. We got to hit 290. We got to hit 290 at least today. That's the goal that we're aiming for. I think last Thursday you got it to 257 at close. Friday we were able to get it up to 261. Just by watching the charts. And now you're back, so you got to get it to 290. So another possible count is that this is one, two, three, four. That this is a first wave and this is a second wave. And actually, I think I would like that more. So I think I'm going to change my count over here, right? So you guys can see I have it as a one, two, uh, three, four, and then this being an extended fifth. I don't think I like that as much now because this is so extended over here. I think I'm going to change this to a one, two, three, four, five. No, but this is our highest peak, so I like this to be our third. I'll hold off on the wave count for now. Q2 Tesla as expected deliveries 466 at a time. Commodities should be good, and tech they say this quarter is supposed to be pulled down, but too much new technology strong. I agree. I think there's still definitely a lot more room for tech to run, believe it or not. As much as it has ran, I think there's still a lot of room for it to run. And keep in mind with Tesla specifically, guys, like it's behind some of the other plays, right? It's behind Nvidia, it's behind Apple. If you look at all those plays, right, they all have already made all-time highs, and they're all, you know, let me zoom out a little bit over here on sort of 1 week, right? So this is Nvidia, for example. Obviously, Nvidia had this huge push already, um, and we took out all-time highs. Apple took out all-time highs. Microsoft took out all-time highs. Tesla is yet to do that, and I definitely believe that it is going to do that. It's just it's just lagging a little bit. But yeah, tech is definitely still strong. Silver will start upward maybe 24.75. I gotta look at silver. I'll be honest with you. I don't really trade too many commodities or watch too many commodities. Here and there, I do. For the most part, I look at main cryptos and then just the stocks. But I'll definitely take a look at silver. Let's take a look at what's happening here on a more micro count. I'm old, so I hold physical silver. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't think there's anything with being old. I mean, I hear people talking about like gold and silver are still some of the best commodities to hold. And especially in times of how do you feel about like crypto then? Is there anything that you've looked into or gotten interested in? Yeah, I see over here how we got a doji right above our 9 EMA. RSI came back under 70, so I think we're poised to make another push, minor push. My dream was going into a store and seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger in sunglasses while I'm paying with a Morgan dollar. That's funny. Pushing one more time now. Yeah, I think it'll make a little bit of a push. But again, guys, always keep an eye on volume. Volume will tell you like what's really happening. And then I'll also keep in mind RSI if we start to diverge. So if we start to push higher over here, guys, but you see the RSI just start to pull off a lot, and we get that divergence. Keep that in mind. That'll be a good signal that a pullback is coming. And so our next resistance is definitely going to be our next major resistance is going to be around 313, 314, right? Which is you guys can see on this chart over here. We had multiple touch points last year when we were overall dropping. So let's see if we can break past 290. window from 12:45 to 1 p.m., you will see it push past 284.34. Okay, all right, let's see. It's 10 o'clock right now, so I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate, but for a little bit. If you guys see over here after hours, or pre-market rather, you know, we consolidated in this range, which is good, and so that means we held this level. So I'm going to take this as a pretty strong support at 275, this range. So let's see if we need to consolidate more, or we can just push from here. Also, guys, just want to remind you over here, this is my conservative count. I have a conservative target over here of like around 320, right? And that's basically again playing off of this resistance because there's a count where I can see this in the larger term being a 1-2-1-2 situation. And that's basically how I would take that. But I also have a more bullish count, which we could probably get into a little bit later on, which is basically like taking this thing all the way to like 400. Photo told me. Photo. Who's Photo? I know Frodo. Frodo Baggins. All right, so we're coming back to our nine EMA. The orange line is the nine EMA, guys, which is our secondary support under our five EMA. Oh, Fido, 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 my dog, but his name is Photo. Okay, all right. Tell Fido to keep us in the loop. Then ask him if it's gonna push to 290 today. I think that's what everybody here wants to know. Are we hitting 290? Yelton, how are you playing this? Are you scalping? No, it's margin bubble. Okay, not today then. Huh? Okay, if we finish at 284, I'll take it. This is my slightly more bullish count. And it's actually the account that I initially had. So I think with the move that we had this pre-market, I think there's definitely a chance for this to still play out. Last week I kind of changed it to the more conservative count. I'm gonna be watching both of them. All right, we're coming down upon our 9 EMA. As long as we don't close below our 9 EMA, it's still valid support. So let's see, because we're also starting to get this downwards move on the 5 EMA, so we might end up getting this crossover. The price closes below over here, below the 9 EMA. Then if I'm looking at this as a 5 wave count, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually those like large gap moves are gonna be your third wave. Let's see, 4. Yeah, it's a little tricky when you get those huge gap ups like that on a micro count to really know what's going on. In the macro sense, I think this still makes sense. See if we can hold above two 280. We worked out, so that's definitely good sign right there. Forming this like little candle pattern. We get this close. Yeah, exactly, Sonny. I'll take 284. That'd be a great close, especially considering we're ending early today and then we're off tomorrow. How do you guys think this week is gonna play out? It's a really unusual week. How do you think it's gonna play out with shorts if they need to cover, and then like obviously the shortened week with calls and options in general. All right, right here, this is a really nice close. Right, essentially what this just means is that we have buying pressure here. Right, so we have support there, we have buying pressure there, pushing the price action back up. Now, if we can get a nice bullish candle here, that'd be a good reversal signal. Hey Dan, how's it going? I'm gonna hold Tesla till 1.618%, which is around 340, like you said. I might hold it up to fifth wave. What about shop? It's been sideways. I definitely got to take a look at shop. I haven't looked at shop in a while, but yeah. So on the macro count, Dan, 1.618 is definitely around that 340 level. But I've mentioned in my last couple of videos there are a couple other scenarios. So definitely got to see the how the micro plays out, because the micro if the micro was complete, then you want to stick with the micro count and give it precedent over the macro count, because on the macro count we can look at this right as a first wave. This as our second wave, and then this is our third wave playing out, right? But on the flip side, or you know, another possibility is that this is a first wave, a second wave, and we're in our third wave, but we're actually getting a 1-2-1-2. Now, long term, that's more bullish, but short term, that gives you a deeper retracement sooner. So you could have a 1-2-1 where it doesn't go to the 161.8%, but rather the 123%, something like that, which, believe it or not, takes us to this 313 level. I'll show you guys the exact Fibonacci levels and stuff in a second. But if you get a 1-2-1-2, something like this, now you're getting another pullback back down to like that 200 level before we really take off, before the rocket really pushes for that third wave move, right? So then you get a 1-2-1-2-3-4-5-4-5, right? So I would definitely, have that 340 level in mind, right? In the macro sense, if this is a 1-2-3 playing out, but definitely keep in mind that we can have this 1-2-1-2 scenario, which is why I'm trying to update you guys with the micro count over here. Covers is putting a blanket over the true value of Tesla. A little pop should be coming. Well, right now we're definitely like retracing, consolidating, whatever you guys want to call it. You guys can see uh, lower volume right on these pullbacks, but that's a good thing because that means as price is going down, there's no volume on it, right? So that means there's the main move is still towards the upside, right? So this is just healthy correction before price action should go higher. Over here on the RSI, let me delete my drawing. Right, so over here on the RSI, you're seeing price action go down, and you're seeing RSI go down with it. So that's actually not bad. That's a good thing, right? So as long as it's moving in tandem, that's fine. We're just resetting our RSIs. But so once it starts to go back up, RSI will pick up with it. But once RSI goes up, the price action pick up with it, and that's fine. You're moving in tandem. You just want to be careful when you see that divergence play out. Still above our 9 EMAs. We closed above it. So as long as we close above it, it's still valid support. When we close below it, then it's going to kind of basically become resistance. Macro, look at peaks. Peaks. Talking about like this peak right here. Yeah, I mean, so this that would have been a resistance. It was a resistance. So now definitely becomes a support for us around 279, 280. Definitely support. Yes, now go down. Okay. What am I looking at? This peak. Nice bounce here. Never close below our 9 EMA, guys. So still good support. Continue down. Talking about this right here. Keep an eye on the volume, guys. 2 minutes left in the candle. Let's see if the volume picks up. What was that? What was I looking at, Hilton? So to start peak and continue down. Where your V is. Our fifth wave is? Or you mean this V shape? Okay. So this is my fifth wave. The V shape over here. Is that what you're insinuating? That's correct. Now go down using previous waves. Go down using previous waves. I'm not really sure what you mean, Hilton. This is my fourth, my third. 282, guys. Volume is picking up. 25 seconds left in the candle. This could be an ABC forming right here. Keep that in mind. Oh, I got you. I got you. I think I understand what you're saying. Are you basically saying, like, create a trend line and go down these peaks like this? I could be off, but I think that's what you're trying to say. Like, we have key resistance slash support with the trend line over here. Unless you mean from this peak right here. Take today's peak thus far and follow it down from previous days. So today's peak thus far, follow it down here. Okay. So yeah, that's valid trend line. I got you. I got you. So basically, what you're saying is that this would basically be our resistance for today, right now. And then once we break above this, we have an ascending level of resistance. Is that what you're saying? Draw a line of previous peaks, today's peak, use today's peak to justify a strong push line. Okay, I got you. I got you. Do you use a lot of speed line analysis in your trading, Yelton? Speed lines and trend lines. There's actually a very good channel on YouTube. I recommend him. It's his name is Wicked Stocks. Maybe you guys have seen him. He does Tesla analysis and triple Q and SPY, and but he puts out videos on YouTube. And I definitely recommend you guys follow him if you guys are following Tesla, because he does a form of analysis that I personally don't do. But I see a lot of confluence in the things that, like, his targets and things that he says with my form of analysis, which is basically Elliott Wave. He uses speed line analysis, and he's actually very, very good. So I would definitely recommend you guys check him out. It's called Wicked Stocks. He doesn't do lives or anything, but he posts daily updates on Tesla and I think Apple. But it's really cool to see how different trading strategies and stuff can show you the same similar targets and like similar uh, uh, price action or what we think is going to happen. So like when you get when you get a lot of confluence like that from different forms and different strategies, it really, really gives you a lot of confidence in the play. So like my Elliott Wave analysis is telling me that Tesla is definitely pushing higher, and his speed line analysis is saying that Tesla is not definitely pushing higher, but I think one of the things they said is that from his speed line analysis, if we open or 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 push above 280 this week, you could see us hitting all-time highs by the end of the year, which I definitely agree with that. Trend to volume, trend to volume use that justifies peaks. Got you, got you. All right, so on this push up here, guys, not too much volume right here. So I could see this just like as like I said, like an ABC kind of situation happening over here. We're pushing up, but we're not getting the volume behind it. So we could get another wave down. Line correlation to volume. Got you. I gotta look into that. I don't know honestly enough about that. I'm an Elliott Wave guy. I use a lot of I do stage analysis like in a more macro sense. Obviously different like chart pattern analysis. Can't talk today. I think I need another cup of coffee. That line volume should go up green. Yeah, we definitely need more volume to come in here. We're not gonna get a strong push without any volume. So still above our EMAs though. So overall, you know, we're good right now. If we could hold above our EMAs, then we should push higher. But if we break below it, so we get like a five wave move coming down. Do you see this as ABC can be a flag or bullish pennant forming? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking right now. Is that this might be an ABC forming. If we break below our 9 EMA, that's what my guess would be. That this is the A B. This is our A. We might actually get one more push up over here and form some kind of flat. Like if we get rejected at this top again, and then get the C wave down, form this bull flag right here, and then possibly get a breakout. 282 to 283 is the push line. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we get the push. If the volume picks up, we can definitely get that push. I still just want to try to make sense out of this in terms of the wave count. I really had this uh, as a first wave move up, and then we should get a slight pullback. But this move overnight kind of threw me off a little bit. It doesn't have to because again, we have an extended fifth wave. Usually, the third wave is the most impulsive. You'll get a one, two, three, four, five like that. That's like the case like 90% of the time, I would say. But you can also have a extended first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth, fifth, like that. That's a valid wave count, as well as a one, two, three, four, and then an extended fifth wave, which I think could be playing out over here. So you get your one, actually one, two, probably like a one, two, three, 4, 5, something like that. AMD hit 116 earlier, now consolidated at 115.50. Yeah, I took a look at AMD earlier. Had a really nice move. This is probably an ABC playing out on AMD. I haven't looked at it, but that pullback pretty sharp like that makes me think zigzag. Yeah, because we had this as a ABC pullback. So that would be a one, two, three, 4, 5, possibly playing out. Kind of lost on the AMD play. I honestly haven't been following it that much. So my wave count is not updated on this, but looks like I had it pushing higher in my previous drawing. So it's like one, two. This is probably a one, two, probably a one of three right here. This is a two of three, and now we should be strong push to the upside for a three of three because I think I had this as a first wave. One, two, three, four, five. This is first wave, second wave, and first of third, second of third. Should be starting third of third. Is Ileana awake? Guys, my wife has joined the live stream. She's asking me if my daughter is awake. No, my daughter is sleeping. Thanks for joining. 282 guys, still holding. Yeah, we're definitely getting that bull flag forming right here. Ask her if we have chance at 290. If they want to know if we can hit 290 today. Say yes. Hint, hint. That's what the people want to see. What the people want to hear. Yelton, come on, just give us 285. Thank you. You're very knowledgeable. Oh, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. Is that for me or is that for Yelton or is that for my wife? We'll take group credit. See the bull flag over here for me, guys. Frodo is rough. Every time you write that, I think Frodo, like from Lord of the Rings. It's Frodo. I, Frodo is rough this morning. Okay. Oh, if you could get us a 284, 34, that's fine. Yeah. So you see this pullback right here? That's exactly what I thought was going to play out because we didn't have any volume here. So this is definitely, in my opinion, some sort of like ABC pattern playing out here. ABC possibly like that, which will form our flag, and then hopefully we can get a breakout to the upside. I love Lord of the Rings, Yelton. I love Lord of the Rings. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a Lord of the Rings fanatic. Read the books, watch the movies. Huge, huge Tolkien nerd. How's Nvidia holding up? Books and movies, thumbs up. Yeah, I agree. I love it. Love Lord of the Rings. Like I love it so much. I've read it. I can't even count how many times. Books. Then I've read the Silmarillion. I've read like the Book of Lost Tales. All of it. Nvidia's at 424. So take a look at how's Spy doing. I honestly haven't even looked at Spy. I think Gotham is our Spy expert over here. Horrible. What's the word on Spy, Gotham? Anything? I haven't been following it in terms of the wave count, but I think we should be completing a fifth wave. What I remember, two, three, four. Yeah, I think it's like a one, two, three. This may be a fourth wave finishing up, and then we should get a last fifth wave. Yeah, 443.50 on SPY right now. I think we could say that SPY is basically doing something like this. So I would expect another move up for the SPY, right? Because this is our peak right here. You guys see over here, I use the price oscillator. That tells me kind of like where my third wave move is. So this is our third of third. This is our third of fifth. You guys can see the divergence that we had over here. So I kind of told you that the third wave was coming to an end. So I would say this is our first wave move right here. Our second wave move. This is our extended third wave. We're getting a fourth wave, or we may have completed it honestly in a flat type manner, and now we should get a five wave move up for the uh, fifth wave. Whatever the boss says happens. So if he thinks Tesla going to the moon, then thank you, thank you. Yeah, boss says Tesla's going to the moon. So you heard that, guys. We're going to the moon. How's work going? I think Tesla completing legacy of ABC. Yeah, that's what it looks like. My only uh, thing right now is I'm not sure um, what this move up here is. This is definitely like a corrective ABC pattern playing out over here. But like I said, because we had this huge gap up, it's kind of like throwing off my count slightly. I think the only way that I can make it make sense right now is if I just stick with the idea that we have an extended fifth wave move, right? So, not changing anything that happened before. One, two, one, two, one, two, three, four, five, four, five. So this is basically our main move right here. We have a one, two, three, four, five. Actually, no, that's right. It would have to be then that our main third wave move is over here. One, two. We would need this for the first wave. One, two, three, four, five. Now, that's significant because if this is the entire five wave move, pullback that we're going to get should be a stronger pullback because we have to retrace for this whole entire move right here. And that's what I'm saying. It's not exactly clear to me now because maybe another way that we could take this count is let me hide this. Show you another possible count. This, hide this, and where's the other one? Right here. Okay. Another possible count is that we're actually in a third wave move, or this move that happened was the third wave move. So we had a one, and then this would be our ABC for two. And this is now our one of three of third. And then we'll get a minor pullback here, and then we'll get a three of third. I like that count because in the macro, like just what's going on with Tesla, this gives the best count for a very bullish scenario. And if I were to measure this, that's like a perfect 1.23 to 1.382 for one to one. Sorry, for a 1-2-1-2. And that means that after this brief correction over here, you get a very strong third wave impulsive move that takes to like 290, 300. So let's just hold off on the wave count right now and see how this ABC plays out. Right, because let's say this move, if we see a little bit more sideways chop, it could be that this is a A, then we're gonna get a B, and then we're gonna get a C. That would be like a larger first wave correction. Tesla going to Mars. The initial green upward trend this morning is the analyst's way of saying they got it wrong. So $20 upward this morning. Right. Yeah, they definitely got it wrong. They all got it wrong. Now, this is also going to be pretty significant because if this comes back in five waves, hey, love never fails. Glad to have you on. Yeah, so if we get this in a five wave move right here, guys, um, then we're definitely getting a zigzag. So let's count. Well, let's just pay attention to this move right here because obviously we're lower now than our 9 EMA and our 5 EMA. Our side's pulling back. So I actually think that this may play out like this. We'll get a five wave move down, and a three wave up for B, and then another five waves down for a C wave, and then that would actually make me feel um, pretty comfortable. I mean, even though it pulls us back, it doesn't have to go all the way to 263. It's just my drawing, guys. But the idea is that if we get a slightly deeper retracement, because it'll retrace this entire move. But what that means is that we'll be poised to go a lot higher right after that correction is done. So let's see how this plays out. This flag forming looks like a Powell meeting going on. Yeah, right. Powell's looking talking somewhere. Your last couple of plays have been spot on. It's scary. Oh, thank you, Hyder. Appreciate it. Well, Tesla I've been following for a while, so it has been playing out um, the way we've kind of anticipated it, but it's getting a little tricky over here right now. I'm not gonna lie. You don't think this is the seat? Uh, yeah, it's possible. So let's see. Right now we're getting this reversal over here. That's why I kind of just wanted to wait to see if this goes down in a five-wave move or a three-wave move. If we get the reversal right here, and we come back up over here, then we could take this as a bull flag, ABC corrective move complete, and you could play the breakout over here. If this ends up pulling back a little bit lower in a five-wave move, then we could understand this as the correction for the entire move up going back to Thursday and Friday of last week. Forward 20 Tilray is up 8.35%, and Tesla hasn't hit this high yet. What's the world coming to? Forward 20. Oh, Tilray. Yo, I haven't traded Tilray in since 2021. Remember 2021 with Tilray and Sundial, and what was the other one? They actually merged with Tilray. I forgot what they were called. Double top forming. Um, a double top on which chart are you looking at, Sunny Ann? You mean like on a more macro scale? Like zoom out. Oh, you mean over here, right? Like this top at 280, and then this move right now. If we pull back over here, yeah. So it could be. So my last video, I talked about how this was going to be a crucial level if we could push through it, or if we're going to form a double top. If we get rejected over here, it could be a double top, but then you have to just look at a your what your neckline would basically be, which would be somewhere around here. So if it does pull back, we would have to come back and break like this 250 level in order for us to, flush lower. I don't think that will happen. I think we'll get down over here for a second wave retracement of this first wave, and then we should bounce. That's the same level peaks we talked about. Yeah, yeah, exact same. A good eye. I mean, definitely, always something to keep an eye on when you see those patterns forming. The other possibility is that we have a inverse head and shoulders over here forming, or you know, I mean, I think it kind of that's kind of how I was looking at it last week, but we kind of just brushed past that entire right shoulder and just went straight up, and we kind of broke this neckline already. So I think if we close above 280, if we hold above 280 and we close above it, we should definitely be going a lot higher. Then we can kind of consider this level behind us. Let's get back to this flag to see if this is really what's going on over here. Just draw a descending level of resistance right here. We don't have enough touch points. We're going to 1 minute. More detail. Look, over here like that. What's going on this week with Powell anyone? Yeah, I don't know. Is Powell? I don't think Powell's speaking this week, is he? He spoke enough last week, I think. FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. Okay. ADP data. I was watching BA. BA looks like it's making a move to the upside. Mar is really pushing, guys. I don't know if any of you guys are in any of the mining stocks, but I've been watching them for a while. Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything is pushing right now, so keep an eye on those. 'Cause I think those should give some good trading opportunities. AMD is a good one. I'm not actually be right back, guys. I'm just gonna grab myself a cup of coffee. Be back in like 5 minutes, right? Mara, I just making money. Yeah, I told you, bro. I told you. Mara's gonna push. You must be really happy. More computer parts coming. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. What's going on? Let's see. Where are we at? 279.28. Okay. Going for 250 strike with stop loss of 279.50. Oh, did you guys stopped out? Okay. Yeah, you were probably playing it as an ABC, right? I mean that could technically still be the right count because again this is the ABC over here. This is the ABC for the B wave. And I think we can count 5 waves here. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, this is a 1 minute chart. If this holds above here, then this would be the start of your move right here. So, like, really, if you were playing this, like, I feel like this should have been your stop loss because that's where basically the count gets invalidated. So, if this was the start of your move, then this could be your first wave, and this could be your second wave, and then you get a third. And this would only be invalidated if it breaks this level over here. I mean, I think it's gonna do that anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But saying, if you ever play a move like after a first wave and you get in at a second wave retracement, you could get in and then always place your stop loss at the origin of wave one move, because that's basically when the count becomes invalidated. So, and that's the thing about Elliott Wave, guys. It kind of has this like own built-in stop losses. See, 'cause, like right now, it looks like it went and touched that. Did it break? Like it literally came down to that level, I think. Now, if it doesn't break that level, most likely, this is a 5 wave move down, which would be like the A wave of a zigzag. Is this wave just for the day that you are drawing? Yeah. So let me zoom out, and kind of like give you guys a recap of what I think is playing out. So if you guys remember from like last week, we go on a 15-minute chart. This is where we were basically last week at the start of this channel right here. So last week we were basically at the beginning of this move right here, and that was after this retracement, right? So we had this ABC, which was right here, this ABC. So I took that as a fourth wave retracement, and then said that we should be getting a first wave up, and then a second wave, third wave, fourth, fifth to complete this larger degree fifth wave move. Um, Now, I had this as a I had this as a fifth wave move, not really going this high. I had it going like to around 267 ish, 270, and then getting this second wave pullback that you see right here before we go higher. But obviously, with with the great news over the weekend, it ran higher. So there's a couple of different counts that I can see it being. Either it could still just be this first wave move over here, with the fifth wave extended as opposed to the third wave, which is perfectly valid. In which case, we will be getting a pullback right here, like a stronger pullback, possibly down to back down to like 260, maybe even a little bit more before we rally higher. The other possibility is that this is a 1-2-1-2 setting up, in which case we'll still get a pullback, probably not as deep, and then we'll rally higher. So, I mean, mid to long term, I mean, I should say mid to long term. I think after this move, we're definitely going higher. But for right now, like today at least, possibly even a little bit on Wednesday, we might be in a little bit of a correction. Should we take profits and buy lower, or just hold and add more? Um, it's it's kind of difficult to say, guys, and I because there's right now, like, it's not really at a point where I can see it as one possibility. I think there's a couple of possible wave counts, so I kind of don't want to like steer you guys in the wrong direction in terms of exact trades and stuff. Um, but it also all just really depends on your trading style. Like, are you like scalping, day trading? Are you swinging? Then also depends on your risk. How much are you willing to risk? How much profit is good for you? So I would say like you really have to kind of like make that decision on your own based on your own like personal needs and stuff. But over here, like I said, I can see this as being a completed first wave right here, and then we'll get an A, B, C pullback, or this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll still get pullback. So I think there's definitely a pullback coming, but how deep it's going to go, I don't know. So if taking profit over here and selling your position is worth it, and then trying to get in at the bottom of this to play the next move up, is worth it for you, then that's definitely a possibility. Sometimes it's worth it to just hold, depending on where you got in. If you got in at the bottom over here, maybe it's worth just holding for this correction. So it all really just depends. Looks like a bull flag. The last hour, check to see if there's a correlation between SPY and Tesla lining up any. Seems sideways. Yeah, Tesla, SPY, I think is doing a sideways correction right now. SPY, I think, is basically in this like fourth wave correction, and it could be playing out as a triangle, honestly, which is a very common fourth wave correction, right? So which is the same thing as basically a bull flag, in not Elliott terms. So let's do this. So you have your A, B, C, D. If this pulls back lower on the SPY, that would be your E right there. You could draw it out like this. A, B, C, D. We get an E at the bottom of this channel, then we could start a rally higher for a fifth wave. I have to double check my SPY count, but I think this is correct. Right? First, second, third. This long extended movement was a third, playing out a fourth wave sideways correction here, and then we should get another rally higher, possibly to like smash it out. Assuming this triangle plays out like that, and the E hits the bottom of that channel, we could be looking at 450, like the 6.18% for the fifth wave target. But I mean, this has to finish before we start this rally up. No overlaying screens, you said? What does that mean? No overlaying screens? Oh, yeah. I think you were asking me if I could overlay the SPY on top of Tesla. I really not sure how to do that. Actually, wait. I think there might be a indicator screenshot SPY to Tesla. So let me clear up some of my drawings, and I'll do that for you. What time frame do you want to see that on? Like on the daily time frame? think there's actually an indicator for that. I think just the sideways action. Let's see. Well, this move started from Friday. I mean, it's definitely not a one-to-one correlation because from Friday we started getting the pullback, this consolidation move on the SPY, whereas Tesla, obviously, we had this run up in the pre-market. So it's definitely not a one-to-one correlation, but the fact that SPY is kind of consolidating and moving sideways, it does line up um, in terms of like Tesla going through a correction right now as well. The green open upward on Tesla is not relevant. All right, so you want to talk? You want to talk about just this? Yeah, no, it's not. It's definitely not a one-to-one because like I said, SPY's got like a triangle forming or a bull flag pattern over here. This A B C D E pattern. That's not the same as what Tesla's got going on. Yeah, Tesla's pulling back, so that's why I'm thinking that this might be a larger correction. If this plays out like in a 5 wave sequence, so this might be a larger third, fourth, fifth, and then we'll get an ABC up, and then another 5 wave sequence. That's what I'm expecting right now, but let's just see. I mean, look, it ran up a lot pre-market, so I wouldn't be surprised that after you have such a run like that, that it takes a little bit longer to consolidate, which is good, which means it won't just like it's holding. It's not just dropping right at it's just basically consolidating and maintaining this level. Let's see if we can hold this 275. The analyst's way of saying I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, they were off. Let's see, but is everything else like pulling back a little bit? How's the triple Q? Do I have triple Q over here? I think I do. This is on a 5 minute. Yeah, I think the triple Q is doing a similar correction to this buy. So obviously all the tech stocks be consolidating sideways action, fourth wave move. Yeah, because I had the triple Q 1 2 1 2 in this third wave move, but in this actual third wave move, it looks like it did a 1 2 3, and now it's doing some kind of four, and then give and take away. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Yeah, so this is my count on uh on the triple Q. So I think we still have room to go higher. We'll get this larger fourth wave and then another fifth. See if we get something like that. But right now, it looks like just triple Q, SPY, both consolidating. So let's see if SPY breaks out over here. SPY's testing the top of this channel. I think it's rejected here. So keep in mind, guys, triangles, they move in the subwaves move in 3 waves. So we could say that this is a 3 wave move here. This is a 3 wave move here. 3 wave move here. 3 wave move for the D, and then another 3 wave moves down for the E. the SPY breaks out for this fifth wave move over here, then then I'll see, obviously I see Tesla running and pushing a lot higher. But right now, Tesla's consolidating, retracing, whatever you guys want to call it, correcting, which is fine after like a really strong move like that. So every day, if it can make a $20 move, I definitely see us testing this 313 soon. I'll be honest with you guys. So I guess I could like while Tesla is doing that corrective right now, I would kind of go over what I think is playing out in this count over here. 25 in the stream. Awesome, damn, awesome. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. If you guys can please like the video if you guys like are enjoying the just hanging out, talking Tesla. Like it, share it, so we can get more people in the stream, get more opinions, get Tesla out there. I wanted to show you guys the two counts that I have: the conservative count and the more bullish count. Thank you, Love and Fills. Thank you. All right, so this is the conservative count that I have, right? Which is basically all right. So just quick recap. This was our larger degree first wave move. Then we had our ABC pullback, our larger degree second move, and now we're in this one, which we expect to be our third wave, right? On a macro count, if we do the fib extension, it tells us that we should be getting a price target of around $340. That's the 161.8% extension of this wave one, right? Now let's analyze it in terms of the micro count, right? So basically, this move should be made up of 5 waves, and then each one of those waves should be made up of 5 waves. We probably have an extended move here in our third wave, right? So I have this as our first, second, and then we should have in this count. I have this third wave, the third of our third wave completed, right? And then we had this long ABC pullback where we basically dropped 280 to 239, and now we should be doing this larger degree fifth wave move, right? So the fifth wave move then should be made up of 5 waves also. So generally, a good target for a fifth wave move is the 161%. Sorry, the 61% extension of waves one and three put together, right? So you would see that that takes us to around 318, right? And that's like just a generic number. If we bring that to a more localized target for Tesla, I see this as being a major resistance, right? We have 1, 2, 3 touch points over here. So there's a very good chance that that should be our target, right? So it's a little bit less than the 340 that you get on the macro, but I think this would be the best target to play for now before you can see some resistance and some pullback. Nice bounce from 276 to that. Yeah, so that was a strong bounce. That was a strong bounce. Definitely love to see those hammer candles. Now we're touching our 9 EMA at resistance, which was a support before. It's resistance now, so if we could get back above it, that would be great. But yeah, I don't think that this correction is done just yet. It could be. Let's see if we get the volume, and if RSI gets back above 50, that'd be pretty bullish. It could just end up being a larger. I mean, I see 5 waves here for sure. So if this is a 5 wave move, then one thing we know about 5 wave moves, whether they're in impulses or corrections, they never by themselves, right? So you get a 5 wave move, it's going to be followed by another three wave and then another five waves, right? And this could be your your A, B, C, or this could be your one, two, three, right? And then if it's a one, two, three, then you'll also get a four and then a five. So let's see. I think this is a five-wave move, but let's see how it plays out. What do you guys want to see by the end of the day? What do you guys want to see Tesla at? I know Yelton wants to see it at 284.34. What do you guys think that we get to? Because remember, we closed today at 1, so we really only have about an hour and a half left. RSI is it's just under 50 on the 5 minute chart. So, and it looks like it got rejected over there. So it may pull back some more, at least 280. Yeah, I agree. I think if we could hit 280, if we could stay above 280 for the day, I think that would be a really good sign because remember over here we got rejected right around 280 and we pulled back. So I really wouldn't want to see us get on the daily time frame to get rejected at that level twice. So my chart, hopefully. So right, so this is let me just go to the daily chart, show you guys a zoomed out picture of what we're looking at. These are all daily candles. Why is this all calm? Yeah, that's bad. Also logarithm before. But yeah, so this is basically our channel that we've been in, right? This is our base channel in Elliott Wave. So this is our first wave. So this was our first wave move over here. This was our second. So that basically forms our base. And now our third wave move, we really want to break out of this channel and then bounce off of it for support and then move higher. You really don't want to see a double top form in this channel because then there's a very good chance that we fall back to this either this midline or even to the bottom of the channel. After hours today are just cut off at 1 p.m. I think it was just we're done at 1 p.m. Is that right, guys? Actually, a good question. I thought that we were just done at 1 p.m. Because then we're off tomorrow. I feel like Gotham should know that. I just I'll look it up. Um, yeah, it closes at 1 p.m. Eastern and closed tomorrow. I'm not sure about after hours trading. Yeah, I don't think there is after hours today, but if somebody else knows, please let us know in the chat. Over here, we still have the bull flag, but I feel like it's definitely correcting for a larger move. So I'm gonna stick with the count over here. That this is an extended. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna go with the 1-2-1-2 rather. So let's try that out. Here's and and say this is our first, second chart. Two, 1, 2, 5. This would be like my bullish interpretation of what's playing out right now. Another possibility is that this whole move is just a one wave and we're getting a second wave correction. But so let's go with this for now. So this correction is complete and kind of like tells us what's happening. That's the resistances. Chart a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this is probably our first here. This is this. Second. Does anyone think before closing today there would be a sell off, i.e., what's so? Um, I mean, yeah, she already sold a big part. I mean, actually, I don't even know how much of her actual position she sold, but I thought somebody was saying that she actually bought back after after she sold that she bought back. I'm not sure, but I mean, it's definitely like the short um position. There's people who are covering, and then there's also other shorts who are doubling down. So actually, I think I just saw an article. Was it on here? It may have been on my TD Ameritrade. Yeah, I think it was on my TD Ameritrade where they were talking about the short interest on Tesla actually increased. So there could be more shorters. There could be some people selling and taking profits, like big funds. But I think honestly, with you know those those numbers that nobody really was expecting to get a beat like that, it, I don't know. I just think that there's a lot more upside based off the technicals, based off of those reports. Obviously, they have, I think, earnings on the 19th. Is that correct, guys? And then there's going to be a report on their margins. Now, if the margins comes out better than expected as well, right? Because obviously there were price cuts, which could have led to the deliveries beat. But if margins also comes back better than expected, then there's no real excuse for why anybody I think would be short Tesla right now, unless you're Bill Gates. Just not a problem with Elon. Would still retain three-fourths of her holdings. Okay, yeah, yeah. As far as I know, Woods is definitely like extremely bullish on it. Even when she sold, I mean, there's a little bit of profit taking, right? Even from big funds, you got to take secure profits. You have to listen to your you have to listen to the people that you work for, basically. You have to balance your portfolios and rebalance your portfolios and things like that. So it could have been any number of reasons why she took what she sold. So the fact that she's still holding three-fourths of her position, I think, says a lot. Earnings per share will be better for sure, but if margins won in a 19% range, we can see a huge boost. Yeah, I agree, 100%. ChatGPT will stocks like Tesla be easier to short? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not sure if this is the how it's going to play out like this, but this would be a very bullish scenario. Then once we get this second wave retracement finished over here, we get a minor second wave retracement, right? Then we have a 1-2-1-2 setting up for a much larger amount. And it's not going to these numbers, guys. Don't pay attention to these numbers on the side. I'm just setting up my chart. Although this is very possible, it is possible, but I'm just not calculating this to any specific number right now. Any price, I'm just basically saying the path that it can play is a 1-2-1-2 like that. Let's go back to a minute. See what's happening. 1 minute. This could be some kind of like WXY correction playing out also. Because I don't like the sub wave count. This looks like a three-wave move. This looks like a three-wave move. This looks like a five-wave move. So this could be an ABC X. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get an ABC here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll give you like a WXY pattern. That would bring us back down to 275. we measured this move right here at the fib retracement, you guys could possibly come down. Stick with the idea that this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 now. Could bring us back down to 265 if it goes to the full 0.618. I think 1, 2, 1, 2, you're likely to see a 38% retracement. Possibly somewhere around here. Makes sense. And the reason why I'm going with the 1, 2, 1, 2 guys is because it kind of puts this huge move that we had as the third wave, which usually is the case. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Comp out, I believe I heard that will be the past. Definitely won't put cryptology speaker yet. Where's Mike is cutting off. Can you guys hear me? Fix my microphone. Okay, cool. Some profit taking is happening. Yeah, definitely profit taking. And then obviously, like with a huge move like that, you're gonna get profit taking. But I'm still not too worried about it. To me, it just looks like a normal correction after a really strong move. But in terms of like trading this, like as scalping or day trading, you never really want to, in my opinion, trade these corrective moves. Like I just stay clear of them, because they're gonna get so choppy, especially if you're trading with options. It's really not worth it. You want to kind of just wait, let the storm pass, let it do what it's gonna do, let all the ugly choppiness get out of the way, and once it's done, you can tell basically once you're back in the impulsive move, you'll see price pick up like very like smooth direction, and you'll see the volume come in. Obviously, like take a look at the volume right here. It's just a corrective move, consolidating, basically forming a nice base at this 275 to 280 range. My mic sounds a bit muffled at times. You know what? It's probably because this. I think sometimes I'm looking away from the mic when I'm talking, so that's probably why. Let me know if it gets better, if it's still the same. I've had so many microphone issues, guys. It's not even funny. It's my second microphone. It's a pretty decent microphone, but I had to like adjust the settings and everything. I think right now, yeah, I think right now I'm just looking away at times, and that's why it's coming out muffled. All right, cool. It's better. When Starlink is completed, we should see the same opening results as today. How's everything else? Is the rest of the market kind of like consolidating too? I would assume it is, right? If SPY is basically in a correction, SPY actually looks like it might be breaking out of this descending level of resistance here. So maybe that's kind of what we need for SPY to break out from right here. If it gets rejected, we're most likely coming back for this E wave in this triangle. But if it breaks out over here, then this is most likely just an ABC,
and we could start the move higher on the SPY. So we got those two options basically playing out first. So yeah, this definitely looks like the larger pullback is happening. What are our levels? Yeah, this is definitely, in my opinion, a five-wave move happening to the downside. So, and it looks like it's in the third wave or the fifth wave move for an A wave. So we're probably going to see something like this, guys. We're probably going to see one, two, one, two, three, four, five, four, five, and get another ABC move back up. And then we're going to see like a one-to-one of this move. So another five-wave move to the downside. And that should basically correct this entire move up. Right? So if it corrects that entire move up, then we should be looking to come back somewhere within this zone, I would say, between the 38% retracement and the 61.8% retracement. So basically, somewhere in this zone right here. Draw a target box for that. Kind of what I think is going to happen right now. And then the other scenario is that, again, if this is not a 1-2-1-2, but rather just a 1-2, then correction of this entire move could take us as low as 255. If you think that, then why not sell here and buy back later after the correction? Oh yeah, it's really just up to you. I mean, it also just depends on your position. Like if, for example, like if you had weeklies, if you had like weekly contracts, um, and you know, first off, I mean, this is just being confirmed right now, right? If this is a because we had to wait to see um, if this was gonna be a three-wave move down or a five-wave move down, right? Until that happens, you can't really tell, like, because this could have been a three-wave move down, and then you could that could have been the end of the correction. But like I said, once you have a five-wave move down, it's never going to be by itself. A five-wave move is always followed by a three-wave and another five-wave, right? So a three-wave move can stand by itself as just an ABC. So this just looks like a five-wave move forming to me, and I really couldn't tell that until this part right here, where it just looks so extended. So yeah, at this point, if you had like weeklies and you were in the money, then yeah, you would definitely want to sell because what's going to follow is most likely something like this. But if you have time and, you have, like, far out of the money contracts, then and depending on at what point you got in, then this is still just a minor correction in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, there's people who've gotten, monthlies, like, back when, this thing was, like, $180, and they're still holding, and they have, like, expiries in August, So, what I tell them to sell over here if they have, like, expirations in August or September, and they're already far in the money, and personally, I wouldn't because this is just a minor correction. But, yeah, if you were playing, like, weeklies like, or, like, you got, like, 2 weeks out, and you had this run right here, you could have sold at the top right here once we started, like, going back for sure. Year-on-year deliveries is matching today's percent increase. Yeah, that's good to know. I'm gonna leave you and, Qasim in charge of, like, all the fundamentals stuff because 'cause I'll be honest, fundamentals is not my main suit when I trade. It's not something that I particularly focus too much on. I know the fundamentals is definitely important, but I'm all about technical analysis, price action is king. It's just how I like to trade. But when you can definitely see, like, the confluence between the fundamentals and the technicals, it's really such a great feeling. It gives you so much more confidence in your play. And guys, like, I know this seems like a crazy pullback, but if you look at it, we're above 275. Just gotta zoom out, we're still holding this level strong right now. This is honestly, even if it closes today above 275, it's still such a great move. We closed on Friday at 261, I believe. We're up $15 basically for the day. Alright, so if this is our A wave, we count this A wave as done right here. Um, then we should be getting a B wave recovery right now. Let's see if we can count 5 waves here. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, A, B, C. Yeah, it's kinda hard to tell right now whether or not this is like a cor a complex correction formed of like a WXY, like 2 corrections joined together by an X wave, right? Which is something like this, like you get like a A, B, C, then you get an X, and then you get another A, B, C. Whether it's something like that or whether this is just a 5 wave move down, forming a leg of a ABC. So, just gotta be patient, wait for it to play out. the end of the day, you're still in a corrective mode because volume is still low right now. So, and I think this is pretty normal and like expected, given like we're off tomorrow. It's a short day, the uncertainty of the week. It's not bullish. It's not bearish. It's just it is what it is. My line of work, I found myself analyzing everything in life. My wife says bipolar. There's always some correlation to the answer or results given. I'd agree with that. There's always an answer. I'm definitely somebody who overanalyzes a lot too. And when I first started trading, I think that was actually like my biggest fault is that I would overanalyze, right? Then you fall into like analysis paralysis, and you're just doing way too much analysis, and it throws off your trades. So I definitely don't do it. I try not to overanalyze too much anymore. I just try to keep it simple. Like so, for example, like this right here. Yeah, we're pulling back. Volume is low. It's a correction. What the correction is, I don't have to pull my hair out right now trying to figure it out. It'll reveal itself. But like in terms of trading, I'm not gonna get into a play if I'm uncertain. I'm just gonna. That's the whole like key to trading, right? Like the execution part. You can do all the analysis you want, but you have to execute, and that means being patient and waiting for the right opportunities. And you don't have to go searching for them. The right opportunities will reveal themselves. You'll see the breakouts, you'll see the bullish reversals, you'll see the volume pick up, you'll see like your patterns forming. The wave count will make sense, and when all those factors align, then that's when you pull the trigger. You get into play. You do proper risk management, and you get in, you get out, you make your profit, and then you move on to the next play. What is your current position in Tesla? Do you own shares, options? No, I don't own shares. I just hold some options. It's just some options. What about you guys? Do you guys long-term shareholders? I would imagine like if you guys are long-term shareholders, then this is more so for you guys are just interested in like seeing the price action. But like long-term, I think Tesla is going a lot higher. In the years to come. Like even Elon in his post that he made the other day, which everybody was interpreting as bearish and saying that when he said when he was like warning everybody to be careful because the market is very um, manic depressive and stuff, right? Everybody took that as like, oh, he's being super bearish, but even in that comment, he's like long term, Tesla is definitely growth oriented, so they believe that their company is going to grow like exponentially, right? So as a long-term investor, I think Tesla is going to be huge. But in terms of trading, they're two completely different games. You're a small, long investor, 6 years. 6 years is a long time. I mean, it's not a long, long time, but yeah. So yeah, shares and options. I have more shares in Tesla. If I didn't see that dog Elon showed me, Doge, new, then altcoin, then broke. Yeah, remember that whole I'm not gonna lie, 2021 was a lot of fun. It was it was just a crazy time. You guys remember the whole AMC and GameStop, the whole meme stock like fiasco? Like it was definitely a crazy time. Well, I own shares. It's just not like my style, honestly. Like I consider myself more of a trader than an investor. Eventually, I would like to get to a point where I basically have a long-term portfolio and as well as a short, my short-term trading. But right now, like if I only have funds to do one or the other, I would rather just trade. I think I'm a pretty decent trader. So short term, it just makes more sense for me. Like I had a friend. He actually had a bunch of shares in Tesla, and he was asking me recently what I thought, and I kind of told him like if I were you, he had a decent amount uh, locked up in Tesla shares, which he got at the price of I think like around 130, $140, which is it's not bad. Um, but I told him like I think that Tesla is really gonna run right now. So if if you know if you're gonna use those funds in Tesla like as a long term shareholder versus like trading, if you want to see money now, you're probably much better off like selling those shares and then buying some far out of the money calls. And he did pretty good on it. He got in like around 200, and then bought some like 250 calls. It was well in the money, and he took profit along the way. AMC only went up when I sold it. Then GameStop made a few Benjamins. What is your win rate using your strategy? My win rate. So I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't really like tracked it too much, right? Like I think that's one thing I definitely need to start doing more is tracking my trades. But I would say I'm definitely better than like 50, 60%, like in my call outs. But again, there's two sides to trading, guys. I always say this, which is the analysis part, right? And I mean, I really don't have to say it. You guys can check it yourselves. Check my older videos. You can back test my videos. I've been posting them since like around February, and just back test everything that I basically said about what I thought was going to happen with Tesla. Um, it's been pretty spot on, guys. And my call outs with like Shopify, you guys can check that. With Palantir, um, I was a little off with Nvidia because it just I think nobody really saw that coming with Nvidia when it ran up that much. I basically thought we would pull back a little bit before we had a push to 500. But all in all, guys, I think my analysis is really really good. Um, I would have to say that is my strength. Trading, there's so much more that goes into trading though, right? There's execution. Sometimes you can be a great analyst, and sometimes you don't follow your own analysis because you have to deal with your own greed and your own fear, um, you know, and just execution overall. So I would say like my analysis is like up there, 90%, and I'm still growing as a trader in terms of like mastering my own psychology. I think you're an excellent options trader. Been learning a lot from your analysis. Thank you, Kasim. I appreciate that. But I understand you don't disclose your full position because you don't want to give financial advice to be safe. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. Uh, you know, I don't really know too much about the legalities of it, so I try to stay away from just talking about like my own position. Um, but you guys can see I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. It's just something that I'm very passionate about, which is why like I really enjoy doing this. So I try to avoid giving you guys anything that could be like misconstrued as financial advice because it's really not. It's just my opinion on what I think is going to happen based off my analysis. And if that's helpful or useful to you guys in any way, then, that's all I really hope for. I've made great returns with your call out so far. Thank you, Kasim. I appreciate that, and I'm really happy for you. I know you're one of the people who did really great on Tesla. You were telling me, so I'm glad. How many companies actually have more than three businesses on one ticker? Warren Buffett's Hathaway, one share is $560,000. Tesla, $277. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, Tesla is way more than just an EV company, right? I wish I would have found you sooner, but better late than never. I'm glad you're here now, Sonny. Like, and I'll keep doing this for you guys, like, because I really enjoy it. You guys can see, like, on my overlay right there. I just created. I'm working on my Patreon channel. I've been working on it for a couple of months now. So I'm basically working on content where educational content, all the different forms of analysis that I use, right? So including Elliott Wave theory, including stage analysis, including the Wyckoff method, supply and demand. So I'm working on like those tutorials to try to get out there, and also like for my Patreon, once it's up, it's not really up and running yet, but it will be soon. I have a Discord, and once I get my Discord up and running, all my Patreon members will basically have like we'll be able to get jump in the Discord. We'll talk about different trades and actual. In there, I'll feel comfortable giving you guys like my exact trades, where I'm getting in, where I'm getting out, swing trades, scalps, day trades. There'll be like a group chat for all of us there, and yeah, there's other stuff that I'm working on as well. So I mean, I'll let you guys know when it's up and running. Um, right now, it's still in the works, and then I also just created an Instagram and a TikTok page. I literally just created them this weekend, so I just so I can kind of like post some content on there. So I'm glad you're here, Sunny, and I hope you stick around because I think this is gonna be a great year. Honestly, I think we're really entering into a bull market. I've actually been saying it since January. Anybody who's known me, I've been talking about Nvidia since it got that bounce in October, saying that this could be like the start of a big thing. And so far, it looks like that's what's playing out. Today was the first time I had confidence to consider scalping, and it was a positive experience based on what I learned. That's awesome, Sonny. That's awesome. Like yeah, like I said, once you can really get and also that's why one of the things that I recommend is like sticking with one to two tickers and really getting to know them well. Once you do that, you feel so much more confident to play. In the past, I've been like all around and I've done like 20, you know, 20 plays at a time, like no exaggeration. And it's just like you can't keep track of all of it. You look for a breakout here and then it's just you really have to know a play and know its price action. What level do you think it's important to close above? How soon do you think we hit 300, 315? So I'm not gonna lie. I think anywhere that it closes today is like as long as it doesn't like we don't give back everything that we just got. Like 275 to me is still not a bad close. 280, I would love to see it above 280 today. I don't think that's gonna happen, right? Because we only have an hour left. Um, but long term, I think this is moving higher. So as you guys can see over here, I've been anticipating this like second wave pullback, right? Even over here on this chart, you guys can see it, right? My chart is really messy, but this is kind of what I see playing out. One, two, three, four, five. So once we are done with this second wave pullback, whether this is a 1-2-1-2 or whether it's just a 1-2, this pullback may take maybe like another. We're off tomorrow. We're gonna end it in an hour. Maybe even Wednesday. Maybe Thursday. Maybe this whole week. I don't know how long this pullback is going to take. But once this pullback is done, I think we're going to get a really impulsive move really fast, right? So if this pullback finishes by Wednesday, I think Thursday we're jumping a lot higher. How soon can we get to 300, 315? I mean, being that it would be a third wave impulsive move, I would say like within the month. And guys, that's me being conservative because I don't want to like give you guys like false hope or something like that. Like if I say like within 1 or 2 weeks, then like 3 weeks, and somebody goes and buys like a weekly option for 315. Be smart guys and be responsible and always give yourselves more time. But I would say on a conservative target, I would say like three weeks, less than 3 weeks. Please correct me on this about hearing Tesla thinking about another split. Yelton, I've heard that too, and I don't know if that's true or if it's just a rumor. Have you guys heard that? I've definitely heard that Elon was considering another split, but thought it was just a rumor, like nothing like actually confirmed. Yeah, and that's another important point too, is that their earnings release, which I believe is on the here it is. This it. Yeah, their earnings is wait, July 24th. Yeah, the 24th is the earnings. I thought it was the 19th, but I guess the earnings is on the 24th. So you guys remember what Nvidia did, right? Nvidia on their earnings literally gapped up $100 overnight. You know, in the midst of their third wave move, right? This you see it right here with Nvidia. Go to the daily. That was a crazy gap. That was right on their earnings, right? So I feel like Elon has something up his sleeve too. I feel like we're gonna get some kind of like announcement or some kind of guidance. I mean, and I feel like a similar move is following for Tesla. To be honest, I heard that to help the new employees coming on board in Mexico. That's 300 plus. I haven't heard that yet about another split. Yeah, I heard rumors. I don't know anything concrete for sure, but that would be interesting if they announced that like during their earnings. If Tesla is overbought, then a split wouldn't help. Um, Overbought in what sense? Like you mean like from the technicals? Like if it's overbought, a split wouldn't really like change. It would just it would still be the same ratio. So I wouldn't assume that it would help in terms of its like technicals from being overbought. I hold only shares at the moment. I have multiple portfolios, some long shares, some I day trade or swing trade with. Nice. I think that's the way to do it. And honestly, I would love to get to that point. I'm not there yet. So right now, I just stick to trading. But I would love to have a long term portfolio where I could just buy and hold shares in companies that I think are like huge companies with a lot of growth potential in the future. Do you think Tesla will buy back shares? I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if they. I don't think so, but I don't see why they would, unless Elon sells more shares. All raw materials have been reducing since December, especially lithium, so better outlook for margins. That's a good point. Yeah, the margins is going to be key. I actually just saw an article where people were talking about that because like they're trying to discredit everything that Tesla is doing, right? So like even we had this first they were saying that we weren't gonna get these kind of like beats on deliveries. Now we got the beat on deliveries, and now the new thing as well. Well, what are their margins like? Because they lowered costs so much. So of course they got the beat on deliveries, but what are their margins like? So if we come out and we get a beat on margins, like it's what more can they say after that? I mean, I'm sure they'll think of something, but all right, let's take a look at this price action here. Good point on inventory of chips is lacking, but Elon says he's created his own in-house. Yeah, I heard that. Elon mentioned there's a lag time of about 6 months for supply costs to show. So if not in quarter two, for sure quarter three, we will see the supply chain cost savings, latency come to fruition. The 50% increase in Model SX sales this quarter will help boost margins a tad bit. Got you. Okay. Yeah, definitely curious to see how that comes out. All right, so it's 12:11 right now. We have about 50 minutes left in the trading day. So I guess we're gonna have to pick this back up on Wednesday. But I think this move is basically gonna be um, still like mid correction when we come back on Wednesday. Although we could also have a lot of it play out during pre market and stuff on Wednesday. So again, the way that it looks like it's playing out to me is that this was a first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, which is most likely our A wave, and then we will get a B wave, and then another five wave at some point. But again, it doesn't have to be like a major pullback. I can pull somewhere within this range, right? And I'm thinking more in the upper half of this range, and then we'll get a bounce for a pretty strong move, in my opinion. What would be the buy points for a swing trade? 270. Yeah, so if you're not in a swing position right now, I would basically wait to see where this correction ends, right? Again, this is like the zone that I'm looking at. This is like if this is a 1-2-1-2, then I'm I'm thinking it'll come in this box. If this whole move, I don't know why my sorry, trading view is acting up. All right, so if this is a 1-2-1-2, then I'm looking for the pullback for this correction to come somewhere in this box. If this whole move is just a one wave, because I can kind of count it both ways to be honest with you. Um, so it's not 100% clear yet. If the whole move is a one wave up, then you could possibly come as low as this level right here, 255. I'm not leaning towards this. I'm leaning towards this. I think this is more accurate. I think this makes sense with this being a 1-2-3-4-5 for a first wave, and then 1-2-3-4-5 for a first wave. So we have a 1-2-1-2, and then this would be a great buying opportunity. So once I can count a five wave move down here for a C wave, and then see the reversal, like anywhere within this range, right? And everything looks good on my RSI and my price oscillator. Then I'll basically let you know whether or not I think it's a buying opportunity. But definitely somewhere in this range, I think should be a good buy. And even if it were to come back to over here, right? Like we would know that this is basically a demand zone, right? Just by just from technicals alone, right? You can tell price basically was here, pushed up. This is a demand zone, right in this level over here. So if it came back to this level around 260, definitely a buy in my opinion. 265 swing, but not until after Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. I mean, not until after this move plays out, right? So when I'm saying this move, I'm talking about this correction, in my opinion, right? So this correction over here is has to be a three wave move, right? So I think today what we're seeing is the first wave in this correction, which is basically an A wave. On Wednesday we can basically get the move back up, right? But I wouldn't. Me personally, some people do trade it. I personally don't because it's in the middle of a correction. Some people might want to trade this B wave up. I personally don't like to do that because it's in the middle of a correction and it's, in my opinion, is choppy. But I would just wait for the entire thing to play out. If anything, in my opinion, a C wave move would be a good play to buy puts short term, right? So if this plays out like I think it will in a 5 wave move, right? That's your A. Then you wait for this B wave to complete. Like, don't even bother getting in because you know it's not going to pass this high, and it's going to be choppy on the way up. Once you see the reversal over here, a C wave play is a pretty good move down into this box because it'll be pretty impulsive. I hope that makes sense, guys. And then once that C wave is done, then basically you look to go long from there. And this honestly should be a very strong move in my opinion. This is the move that could really take us to like 300 once we get back in this level. Awesome, awesome. 284.34. You still holding on to that, Yelton? You think we get it? It's possible. I mean, we got 40 minutes. Let's see how this. If we could finish this correction, I don't think this correction is done yet. To be honest with you, my drawing. Now, if this correction is done over here, right? If this is a one, two, three, is a really extended C wave on this. If this is an ABC, um, then what we could get is an ABC up like this and get a flat pattern correction, which would be better than a zigzag because um, flats don't go as low. So right, so we would maybe just go back up to here, come back down to this level again, and it'll look like a sideways move, but we don't go that deep. We stay in this level, and then we move higher from here. We know, but photo says yes. If Yelton hits 284 today, he should have a free lifetime membership to your Patreon. Yeah, sure. If we can hit 284.34, but it's got to be on the dot. That's a very specific number from Yelton and Photo. Which scenario would be more bullish? Um, in terms of price action, scenario two would be more bullish, right? Because we're not going as low. So like, uh, but in terms of time, right? So the two types of corrections, right? There's actually three. So you have your zigzags, right, which are like A, B, C's. These are like really deep retracements, and then you have which are called your zigzags. Then you have your flats, which aren't deep retracements; they're more sideways retracements. So these usually take longer in time, right? So they can hurt your contracts and data, and then these are um, they pull back more in price. So they're two different kinds of like corrections. Me personally, I prefer flats because I just know that where the price action is gonna stay at is gonna be like, it holds the value of the contract a little bit more, in my opinion. Um, but then you also have one last pattern, which is a triangle, right? Which is basically a more sideways move, which is where you get all your flags and your pennants and things like that from. But yeah, those are your main ones, and then you can have like complex corrections, which are basically just combinations of these in various forms. So which scenario is more bullish? I would prefer just to see this as a flat, and like we just hold the 275 level, and then we push higher as opposed to coming down here. But if this is a five-wave move, um, then it's definitely a zigzag because your zigzags will contain five waves in your A wave, three waves in your B wave, and then another five waves in your C wave. Flats basically have three waves in your A wave. So once the A wave is complete, you kind of know which correction you're getting. So right now I can count one, two, three in my opinion. If we get another move to the downside right here, another wave down here, then that would be one, two, three, four, five. That would be our A wave, and then I would know that we're getting a three wave move up, then another five wave move to the downside, and then this is it. He owes me an apple uneaten. You're right. I do owe you an uneaten apple. I will get that over to you. I promise. If you hit me up on the side and send me like a PO box or something, I'll mail you an apple, uneaten, unbitten. Yeah, it's pushing right now, but again, pushing with no volume, so no sense of urgency right here. So I normally don't fall for the hype. It's pushing, but without volume, the volume being so low, it's just a correction within a correction, in my opinion. So I expect another move down here. It doesn't have to. If the volume can pick up, it'll change my mind. But if it continues going as it is, I expect one more move down here. Then eventually our B wave, which we'll probably get on Wednesday, and then Wednesday could honestly be like another day that sees us move lower. But then, by the end of the week, I think we should get back on track. What are my expectations for quarter two earnings on the 19th? So I can't really say in terms of like, their actual like financial reports and stuff like the fundamentals. What I expect to set up on earnings, I don't know it in that term, but to me, it's no coincidence that uh, the earnings are lining up with what I think is going to be like a pivotal time within the wave count. I mean, and I'll know as we get closer to it, but again, my wave count, I have this count, which is my more conservative count, right? Going to at least 314, in my opinion. And then I have a more bullish count. And right now, I'm just showing you guys the conservative count until until we get there, and then I'll show you guys my more bullish count. Um, but I just see more upside coming for Tesla right now based off of the technicals. It looks really good in terms of like an Elliott Wave perspective, even in a stage analysis, right? So I'll show you guys this, right? So we've been looking at like, zoomed in for like a little while. Let's just take a look at what's happening on a daily time frame and stuff, right? So this is our channel that we're in, right? As you guys can see, we touched it the first time we got rejected, and now we gapped up to it, right? We're kind of getting rejected again in a sense, right, on the daily time frame because we're wicking out over here, which is not the best. But you know, and we left this gap right here. But I wouldn't put too much stock into this turning into like a double top just yet. But now, in terms of the stage analysis, what I really want to show you guys is this. Let me just hide these drawings right here. All right, and now let me show you guys on the moving average. This is really important to know. All right. Uh, too high. All right. So first thing on the daily time frame, we are above our 21 EMA. As long as on the daily time frame we are above our 21 EMA, this is bullish, right? Like I'm talking about like a month, 2 months, 3 months out. Like, so including earnings, which is coming up like in like 3 weeks, right? We can we could possibly pull back to this again, right? And and then bounce off of it. But you see how our EMA, our 21 EMA is now like pushing higher, right? We're no longer like going sideways. We're pushing higher again. We caught the price action as it was falling, and we bounced off of it. And we're pushing higher. So on the daily, if we're above our 21 EMA, that's extremely bullish, right? For a longer term trend, meaning that we'll keep going and making higher highs and higher lows. And we have been making higher highs and higher lows, right? That's what we've been doing so far. So that's bullish. Um, RSI over here, guys, we were extremely high in our RSI, and then once we had this pullback, which was very needed, we came back down and we reset our RSI, and we stayed above 50. We bounced above it, so that's also very bullish. As long as we're above 50, we still have more room to run, a lot more room to run on the RSI. All right, on a daily time frame, and then on the weekly, I want you guys to pay attention to this, to the pink line that I have over here. Let me actually hide the other ones. Hide these, right? So stage analysis, right? That's another form of technical analysis. That's another strategy that was created by Stan Weinstein. You guys can look him up. Like one of the best traders of all time, like without a doubt. And he basically says that you know uh, the market moves in four stages. You have stage one, which is basically a consolidation phase. Stage two, where the price breaks above your 31 EMA, right? So, so there's a red line that's your 31 EMA. The price breaks above the 30. Sorry, not 31 EMA. What was it? The 30 SMA, the 30-day moving average on the weekly time frame. When we break above that, we're in a stage two, and a stage two breakout. As long as you stay above the 30-week moving average, you can just ride this trend. This is according to Stan Weinstein, right? And you guys can look him up. You don't believe me, but basically, this is what we're going to see. We're going to see it keep coming back to the 30-week moving average. And every time we come back to the 30-week moving average, it's a buying opportunity or it's a trader's opportunity to get in. As long as we bounce, we should go higher. And your sign to get out of a play is once we start moving sideways for a long period of time, consolidating, and then we eventually break below our 30-week moving average. Because then once you break that, the sideways consolidation is basically your your stage three, and then stage four once you break back below the 30-week moving average. So bringing that to Tesla now, and I explained this in one of my videos recently on Tesla. You guys can see this is our weekly chart for Tesla. This is when we made all-time highs, right? Over here, you guys can see we were above our 30-week moving average. We broke above our 30-week moving average, and we were in our stage two breakout going higher, right? And once then we kind of consolidated above it over here. We broke below it, and once we stayed below the 30-week moving average, we were basically in our stage four. Recently, we were hovering at our stage, at our 30-week moving average in stage one again, creating this base over here. We recently got this breakout only. on May 15th, where on May 22nd we broke out. This is only the beginning stages of this move, in my opinion. And this also aligns with the third wave count, long term, long term speaking, right? So this is our 30-week moving average, this red line over here, and this will start to rise up slowly, right? Now we will come back and test this at some point, right? And who knows how low that will bring us. But as long as we stay above this 30-week moving average, this is a long term, either if you're an investor to hold, or if you're a trader, um, this is so you want to sell at these moments, buy in these moments, sell at these moments, buy at these moments when we come back and bounce off of our 30-week moving average. So I'm saying all that to say, because the question was, what do I think is going to happen on the 19th for earnings? I say all that to basically just say is that I think we're going higher, to be honest with you. So I expect earnings to be, and this is all based off of just different forms of technical analysis strategies. Um, and what I see playing out in the price action is that price action is moving higher. So I think a catalyst would basically be that earnings is going to come back, better than expected. We're going to have good outlook. I also just trust that Elon is going to do something like he's got something up his sleeve. So I think we're going to see you know really good move on earnings. Is it going to be like Nvidia and gap up $100? I don't know. I can't say that. I don't think anybody can really say that. But my medium to long term outlook is bullish, right? And as long as we maintain this pattern of creating higher highs and higher lows, as long as we stay above our 21-day moving average and our 30-week uh, simple moving average, to me is in a clear uptrend going higher. We would have to break one of those three or all three of those in succession in order for me to change my stance on being bearish on Tesla. And then, just in terms of other macro stuff like the SPY. Okay, look, SPY actually broke out. So SPY might not be in this triangle formation right here. It might already be starting its fifth wave move. This was probably just the ABC then. But I say all that to say that I think that there's a lot more upside in SPY as well as Triple Q. So as long as the overall market is pushing, Tesla is above its moving averages and everything, I think we're moving a lot higher. So I know that was like really long winded and stuff. So I apologize. I know I go on these like little monologues at times, but um, I just want you guys to, like, if you guys are in Tesla, to be a little bit confident in the play as long as you see those things. Once you start to see those things change, then yeah, you guys can maybe like have some doubt or hesitation. But the overall move is very bullish. Again, there's a difference between like long term investing and trading. So I can't tell you guys how to trade it, right? If you're scalping it, scalping is obviously carries more risk to it than investing or long term swing trading, because your execution has to be on point when you're scalping, right? If you were scalping this today, you could have scalped it at 275 and traded to 283 and made a whole lot of money, and then you could have bought the uh, bought the reversal over here, bought puts, and scalped it down. There's just too much that goes into trade execution when it comes to scalping and day trading that it's hard for me to tell you guys like sell here, buy here, et cetera, et cetera. I can just kind of show you guys the overall picture and the analysis. Give you guys the analysis, and then you guys gotta try to like execute that like on your own based off of your guys like risk tolerance and risk management. So under normal market conditions, Tesla would be higher today, in my opinion. But with all this market manipulation from outside, Powell shorts, will the earnings be good if Tesla is above 300? Will the earnings good? Will Tesla be above? Oh, if the earnings are good, will Tesla be above 300? Uh, in my opinion, and not counting, I can't really say what will happen if the earnings are good or bad. I mean, my assumption is that if the earnings are good, then Tesla will definitely skyrocket. Without even knowing what the earnings are, in my opinion, Tesla will should go higher. I mean, look, I could be wrong, right? Like if my wave count is wrong over here and it pulls back, I could be wrong, right? But again, like I said, the technicals are telling me that we are in a we're still in a bull trend right now, and we're going higher. If um if the earnings come out great, like better than expected, with great guidance and great outlook, I can't see how we don't get above 300. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, I am back. How are we looking right now? Holding 277. So it looks like, yeah, we're getting that last wave down, possibly. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forming. My observation during pandemic and after, there's more home-based traders, has put a totally different look in today's market structure. I think that's true. I think there's definitely, obviously, with not just the pandemic, but just things like Robinhood and people being able to trade on their phones. Like, I'm sure it's completely different than how it was like trading back in the '90s or the early 2000s, where there's definitely a lot more retail traders, in my opinion, and younger traders too. People trading at a much earlier age. I'm not sure like what the overall effect that has had, like whether it's been positive or negative. Obviously, things like Wall Street bets and just retail traders in general. But it's definitely had, in my opinion, it's definitely had an impact on the market. Right, when you can like when a whole group of just retail traders can join a Reddit subgroup and cause a short squeeze to happen, like it did with GameStop and then like AMC. There's definitely a change in market structure. September 29th, 22 price is close to today's price. What are we at? We're at 277, and you're saying September. Let me see on the bigger picture. Yeah, that's definitely a key level over there, I would say. It's a good point. Right here, you're talking about. Exactly, and GameStop is just the beginning. When is my next live stream? Honestly, I haven't thought about it. I said that I would do today's live stream because I got 20 likes on Friday. I don't even know how many likes I got on this one. I can't check it for some reason. What are we looking at, chat? How many likes are we at? I definitely enjoy doing the live streams. I just don't know how often I'll be able to do them. Today, with it being a short day, like I know I was able to I, I was able to do it. 13 on this live. Oh, hi, Fuad Yunus. Am I saying your name right, Fuad? Welcome to the chat. First time I'm seeing you in here. 13 likes. So if you guys get me to 20 again, maybe I'll stream again on Wednesday. I probably won't be able to do it for the full day though. I'll be honest with you guys. Um, I might be able to do like the opening hours and then maybe the power hour. Well, welcome, Fuad. I'm glad you're here. Happy you found us. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys try to give me the 20 likes, and I'll try. I really will try to be on here Wednesday, but I think Wednesday may be a little tough. I'll let you guys know. If anything, I'm definitely gonna post an update video on Tesla, and I've kind of been like so like enwrapped in Tesla because I knew a big move was coming, that it was gonna be a big play, that I've just been focusing so much on Tesla. I haven't really focused on any other tickers, and I know there's people who have been asking me for like updates on Palantir and like SoFi, Mara, because Mara is like running, and a bunch of the other Bitcoin mining stocks, Nvidia, AMD. So I definitely have to get back to doing videos on those. But I'm really enjoying doing the live streams on Tesla. Thank you, Fawad. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Spam those hearts, peeps. Yes, please spam those hearts. Try to stream at least some part of Wednesday. I think it's a key day. I'll definitely try, guys. I mean, don't hold me to it because obviously, like, I got a job. Yeah, I don't do this full time. If I could do this full time, I swear I would be on here every single day, um, for like, the entire market close, probably even pre market and after hours. But I'll definitely try, guys. Opening hour would be great. We'll try. Good idea. Opening morning hours prior to markets. Yeah, honestly, I was gonna try to do that today because I knew that obviously we were pushing from last night. So maybe do like from like 8:30, like an hour before the market opens to like maybe 10:30 or like 11 o'clock, maybe something like that. I'll try. I mean, I'll let you guys know either in my next video. Like I'll probably post like a video by the end of the day, um, just doing like an update on some of the other tickers as well, and I'll let you guys know when my next live stream will be. But definitely, guys, if you could please hit the like button. You know, I enjoy being here with you guys, and I would love to do it more often. But um, you know, gotta pay the bills. Job, kids. We feel it. Yeah, exactly. It was actually just my youngest daughter's birthday yesterday, so I was able to get away from the market. She just turned 1. Opening hour would be great. Good idea. Job, kids. Enovix. Oh, is that another ticker? What's the I can take a look at it right now, honestly. Somebody actually asked me to check out NNDM. Well, I wasn't too familiar with the ticker, but I was taking a look at NNDM. So I think that actually might be a solid long-term investment opportunity. So I'll let you guys know about that. And then you said Enovix. I don't Not too familiar with the that one. Yeah, Enovix. Okay. So on the weekly, all right. So I mean, right off the bat, you guys can see this is our 30-week moving average. We're above our 30-week moving average, so that's definitely good for like long term. And we broke through it with significant volume. I really don't know enough about the company, but yeah, I could definitely do a video on this based off of the technical analysis. If you guys want to see that, this could be a 1-2 third wave setting up. Take a look at it for sure. Happy birthday, all! Thank you so much. Congrats on your new baby. Thank you, thank you. Army contract to make batteries. Okay, got you. That's what they do. Cup and handle on 5 minutes up to 280 maybe. On the 5 minute chart. Oh, this right here. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I didn't really look at it that way. I mean, we could probably see it even better if we go to a 1 minute. Usually, I think there's a certain depth that there should be for a cup and handle, and the handle is definitely the right ratio to the cup. But I would like to see this cup be a little bit just rounder. I think from what I've read, cup and handles with like these V shapes aren't as reliable as the more rounded ones. But I mean, again, Fawad, um, I'm I'm a Elliott Wave guy, right? So I like to most of my analysis goes on Elliott Wave, and chart patterns definitely fit into the Elliott Wave schematic. So kind of like what I'm seeing over here is that we're in a corrective move, which is basically going to consist of an ABC, which is basically what I have drawn out here. So it looks like I was a little bit off, right? We could just probably just shift this up right here This could be a 3-wave move happening right here, and then possibly another 5-wave move down here. Right. I was expecting one more leg to the downside, but this could possibly be just our 5-wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we move up for a B wave, and then possibly another C wave into this targeted box for a correction right here. And then we should get a nice move, right? So again, anybody who's just tuning in right now, or just a quick reminder, I think we're basically this is the bigger term picture that I have right here. Let me just hide these drawings. All right, so this is the bigger term picture, where we're basically, I think, as of right now, this is my preferred scenario. I have a more bullish scenario than this, but this is like my more conservative scenario, and I think this is what I'm gonna stick with for right now. That we're basically working on this 5th wave move, right? So we completed a first wave, basically when we bounced when it was at $150. We did this first wave move, second wave move. This move was our 3rd wave. When we came back down to like 139, that was our 4th, and now we should be doing a 5th wave move. The more conservative target is right around the 313.14 range, right, which will take us to this key resistance um, from back in August of last year, where you can see we had like 3 touch points, right? So it's definitely a key resistance over here, right, in this area. And that's kind of what the target shows me also when I do the fib levels for this 5th wave move right here. So that's the conservative target. It could also possibly, the macros is showing that it could go up to 340. So I think anywhere from like, I don't even want to say, I said over here 290. I would say honestly from 300 to like 340 is a definitely a foreseeable target in the future, like in the upcoming month or so. And then I have a more bullish count that actually takes us like to all-time highs and past 400 like in a couple months time. But I'm gonna hold off on that one, on that scenario for now, until this plays out a little bit more. So with that being our 4th wave pullback, and now we're starting a 5-wave move up to complete this 5th wave. I think we completed our 1st wave, right? So that's kind of like now the more zoomed in picture that we're looking at over here, right? So if I go back to a 5-minute chart over here, so again, this would be the start of the 1st wave of our 5th wave then. And we either did a 1, 2, 1, and now we're doing a second 2, and then we're going to get a pretty strong 3, right? Something like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to get a strong 3 after we finish this retracement in this highlighted box over here. Or it could be that this entire move right here was our complete 1st wave, in which case the 2nd wave retracement will take us a little bit deeper, possibly to like 255-ish, right? The 61.8% retracement of this entire move over here, and then we'll get a strong move. Either way, I think that after this move finishes up, we're going to get a very, very strong push. Any thoughts on TSLY? TSLY. TSLY. Can't really say. Let me see. I mean, right off the bat, I see a double bottom. I see volume increasing. We're above 21 and 50 EMAs. This looks like our 30-week moving average that we are above, that we broke through with volume. So it could be a strong move. It doesn't look like there's enough data. Could be a 1st wave, 2nd wave, 3rd wave moving higher. Definitely room for. I mean, I'll definitely take a look at it and see what else I can come up with. But just off the bat, it looks pretty strong right now. Wow, you guys, I was on mute this entire time. I was talking. I'm like, what? That's so crazy. I was over here rambling. I was on mute this entire time. Anyway, yeah, can you guys hear me? No, I muted myself. I guess. Oh man. Sorry, we're getting to 280 regardless. 280, 280.11. 1 minute left. Oh, we gotta close at 280, guys. 279.96. Are we closed? What did we close at? I got 279.77. 280. Oh, guys, we hit 280. We hit 280. Wait, what's going on? Oh, they corrected it to. Wait, what's going on? So postmarket. So postmarket. We do have after hours then today because I see it moving right now after hours, right? What's the official close you guys got? That's weird. Normally my official close would be it would be still over here. It should say 280, and then the post market should be moving up and down. But don't worry, be happy. We can hear you now. Hey Alberto, how you doing? If you're on TradingView, press the moon shaped icon. I'm on. I'm pressing it. Well, look, I mean, either way, guys, I'm happy with that price action. So look, hopefully this correction was a short term correction, and we could just move higher from here. But worst case scenario, um, this is just an ABC forming over here, and it might seem bearish, but it's really not, guys, because it would just be a minor pullback on a larger move up, right? Because the bigger move up then would be right here, right? One, two, and then we would get a massive three. So can I talk about that price action? Yeah. What do you guys want to know? Not this one. Outside of the super chat on the basic one, can you talk about that pricing? Uh, which one are you talking about, Fawad? I'm not sure. Outside of the super chat on the basic one, what is my projection for Wednesday and the rest of the week? Um, so it really just depends on how the price action plays out over here. I think you may have missed this part, Umberto, but I think basically we are in a 1-2, 1-2, and then we'll get a massive third wave move, in my opinion. Right. So there's definitely room for it to retrace a little bit more. It doesn't have to, right? It could be that this was the complete correction over here, but I think there's definitely still room for it to correct a little bit lower, come back down to like around 270 ish, and then get a strong move. So it all depends on how we move pre-market. Maybe the pre-market we can pull back a little bit, and the correction will happen all during pre-market. So this way, by the time Wednesday opens, uh, we are good to just rally higher. But overall, I think that we're our next target, or at least my next target, is the 313 level. There's a minor resistance around 290. I think we'll pretty much just break through that one without too much trouble. And then 313 is really going to present a challenge to us. So, right, that's like a triple point touch point of resistance over there. So, yeah, I see it for the rest of the week, finishing out stronger after like maybe a little bit more pullback. I think we'll go on a strong rally. Love the one that just played out intraday cup and handle. Yeah, that was a good call by Fawad there. After hours, thing too, when you open trading view, the after hours is longer than the trade day. If you click on your profile and click on home, then choose Tesla without opening this super chart. Okay, I got you. I got you. But overall, a strong day for us today, guys. I think obviously with the earning with the delivery report coming out, that was really bullish. We opened up strong. We were able to hold the level, which is really impressive, even after that pullback to close around 280. Super impressive. If we rally from here, it would be great. If we get a minor pullback, I honestly wouldn't be too worried about it. I think Tesla is moving a lot higher in the, if not by the end of this week, definitely by next week, we should get a really strong rally. I think to that 313 level. But all right, guys, that's it for me for today. I really have a bunch of other errands and stuff I have to run and go do. But thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys coming in and chatting with me and watching the price action. It was really fun. I'm gonna try to be back on Wednesday morning. I'll try to maybe schedule something around 8:30. So I hope all of you guys tune back in. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button for me. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, because I'm going to give you guys more live sessions like this, not just on Tesla, but on other stocks, ticker symbols as well. And I just created my Instagram, guys. I just created my TikTok. I'm going to be posting like quick takes on that for a bunch of different stocks and stuff. So if you guys can, please go follow me on that as well. And yeah, 18 likes. Don't worry about it, bro. I mean, it's good enough for me. I'm just happy that you guys are here, and I'll be back Wednesday, guys. I'll be back Wednesday morning, and we'll keep following Tesla. And also, guys, tune in for my other videos also, because I know we're focusing on Tesla right now, but if you guys look at Mara had great price action, and this is something that I basically called out for a while. Mara, I've been talking about. Palantir, I've been talking about. AMD, a bunch of these, like even BA is having a really good move right now. Boeing. So watch my other videos too, guys. There's other places out there besides Tesla, even though we all love Tesla right now. Definitely check out some of the other videos. There's other trading opportunities over there as well. All right. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, share the videos too and share the links if you guys can. I'll be back Wednesday. All right. Look out for uh I'm gonna pre-schedule that one probably for like 8:30, so this way we can talk pre-market. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys so much, and I will be back with more. Peace.